Okay, so we're gonna stream. Gonna try to stream. Gonna do the best we can. If it don't work, it don't work. Oh well. Anyway. So I know nobody's gonna be watching this, but in case you are, hello. And today on this stream and or the video, no thank you. We're gonna be doing a Sims 4 challenge. I've not done any of these challenges before. It's gonna be my first challenge, and the title is the Legacy of Hearts challenge. It's brought to you by Simply Simulated. It's based around the Love Struck expansion, and this is a 10 generation stocked. Wow. What this challenge is, the Legacy of Hearts, is a challenge inspired by the expansion pack Love Struck, which I don't know if I have it or not, but it's a 10 generation challenge, meaning this generation and 9 more is the total we need to go to before we can stop or we beat the challenge or whatever. And it's sort of different things. But before we start making our sim, I'm going to be telling you about the rules or the challenges you might have to do, because the creator of it did have nice challenges to put up with, and I want to see if I can do them, and if I can do them, hey, maybe I could be good at Sims. So the first step is you're starting out. To begin with a single sim, you have to start a new save file, which I plan to do, and you have to start with modest simoleons, which I'm going to stick around like 10k, 7,000 or 10,000 simoleons, because I usually can handle that much, and I can piggyback off that 10k, so it's not big. Or if you really want to start the challenge like big, or you want to go a bit hardcore, you can do the Rags to Riches challenge, which is you have 0 money and you have to go to be either a rich sim, or you can use a random number generator. But I'm just going to start out with 10k, just because that's the default the game gives you before you purchase a land, and I can really do good with the whole 10k. Now, going on to the next is lifespan. You can pick any lifespan, and I'm going to try to start out with a teen, going through school and all that. So I'm going to be see how long I can do that. I want to see if I can play around with the little extra trend bunny thing, because I've seen that and I do not know what that does. But you got to keep aging on, and basically it's a whole generation, so you have to do it. Now is it an heir or a hair? It's an heir collection. This heir does not have to be a biological, meaning that you don't have to have a biological family to have an heir. It can be an alien, it can be basically whatever it's tied to your Sims family tree. Now, there is said that mods are encouraged as long as they don't give an unfair advantage, but I'm not going to use a mod, and I'm just going to play the game normally, just because if I'm doing these challenges, I want to start fresh, I want to start scratch, I want to start where I know I can do the challenges without the mods, so I want to play it vanilla, like, even though that's like, how can you play a game with vanilla, but eh. And the next rule is the death roll. If the current heir dies before completing the generation goals, it's over unless you have an heir. So if this current sim dies on stream and I don't have an heir or anyone, it's over. I have to restart. But I have not had that happen. I had not Sims die yet, so we'll see. Now, the next is storytelling. I am going to tell a story, but it's not going to be through what The Sims does. The story is through my eyes and my characters, but at the same time, there is a recommendation. If you want, you can use the own generated story Sim starts, but I'm going to make my own because I like some stories I like to tell. The next one is your skills, careers, and aspirations. The unique skills your character is going to have, along with the aspirations, careers. And how it works is these goals can be completed in any order. Each heir should have their own separate stuff, so it should be related to their passion and their stuff. So say if you want a sim with a bodybuilder, you might want to make stuff around bodybuilding, etc. Now this next one I think is probably crucial to this challenge because you do need it to do the challenge. So I'm going to see if I can do that. I've never fully done this, so it's going to be a new thing for me. But relationships. Now, the relationships are simple. Follow the goals outlined for each generation. So you need a nice family dynamic. Ensure that the generation focus on family values and relationship that align to their backstory. So I'm gonna have to have my backstory of this character or the next, kind of line up so I can keep it going. Now, color coordination. Each legacy has to have their type of color. So meaning that if you're gonna have, say, blue, you're gonna try to make something around this generation being blue, then the next generation being red, yellow, green. It really depends on the color you want. And the second to last is the fairy heirlooms. Have the heirs keep track of important items that the previous sim has, the previous generation, if you've got that far. Either the milestones, journals, or just put down past heirlooms if you want to keep something as heirlooms. And the last one is the internal conflicts. Introduce internal conflicts for each generation, giving them personal challenges to overcome and grow. Something that they are struggling with something, meaning your sim is struggling with something that you yourself will have to figure it out with your sim so that the story can grow and continue and all this other thing. So it's a nice challenge to do. I was sent this challenge by a friend, and I wanted to try it because I've never done a Sims challenge, and it's going to be interesting. And I'm not playing with mods because I want to do this a bit authentic until I want to try the game with mods and challenges with mods. But we're going to try this without cheats. And what I mean not cheats is even though there are commands that are used to help Sims get stuck or something like that, I'm going to try to refrain from using them. So that means if they're stuck, I'm going to have to probably go to build editor and try to find alternate ways to get them out. But other than that, it's going to try to be a clean slate. But yeah. And again, this challenge is the Legacy of Hearts based around the Love Struck expansion pack. And this challenge, if you want to do it, is created by Simply Simulated. And he has a whole chart that was created by a person named Kimbo Sprite. So go check him out if you want to. And yeah, let's see if we get started. So for this generation, we're going to try to see, we're going to make it around my favorite color because I feel like that's important. Make your sim around your current color. Oh great, it's not good. But yeah, I'm going to make around my favorite color, which is red. So we're going to try to make a sim around red. Now I am going to, if maybe, kinda, I don't know, go for a more feminine, not woman, but more feminine male. See like generations and stuff, like I have the own story where the family slowly branches out to being more bold and everything instead of off. So I want to see if I can get that going. So let's see how it goes. So we're going to go here, change pronoun. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to name, well, let's change into her. So I'm going to go here, domestic boundaries. Go teen, is he teen? Nope, teen. God, that's not good anyway.
Oh, Bekanoi. Noosh, Papa.
God, these look so big anyway.
Kalud Chifa. Lubada. Bopanes
Yeah, we're gonna make this person around red. Or yellow, depends on what I want. I'm gonna go with the red because, like I said, I'm gonna use my favorite color.